Hi, my name is Crystal Shalino, and I'm here to give you guys a very brief introduction to scanning. So, what is scanning? Essentially, it's a way to access an AAC device or a computer or make choices. Usually, a person or a machine will read out your choices, and then the communicator will select the choice that they want. We have a very famous scanner, actually, Professor Stephen Hawking, I should say, used two-step scanning, which we'll talk about more in a little bit, to communicate almost everything in his life. So it can be very helpful. This is kind of what scanning looks like. So let's say you wanted to scan on Tobii Dynavox. The first thing is you would highlight the area and you'd say, do you want this row? And you'd wait for a yes from your communicator. If they give you a good yes, then you'd say, do you want the word what? No. Who? Yes, I want the word who. And then you'd know that they want to express that word who. So let's talk about all the wonderful types of scanning. There's switch scanning, which is all done on a computer. You use one button to move the cursor and one button to select options. You're going to see two switch scanners. And you can do it with either one step where the computer moves the cursor and you only use one switch to either select the thing you want, or to either you will only say yes to with your voice. This can be really tricky because of the motor timing, and it also takes a lot longer. So let's see an example of one-step scanning with this sweet little girl.
There we go. What color M&Ms do you want?
That's her head switch. So here we are. She's waiting for the machine to move. She wants that area. It'll keep selecting. She's listening.
A white M&M.
And she said she wanted some white M&Ms. How cute. This is scanning with this is two-step scanning, or scanning with two buttons. So one button's going to move and the other button's going to select. I'm going to skip a little bit ahead in this video. This is a really good one. So as you can see, this student uses his head to move through choices, and then he uses his elbow to select the choice he wants.
Go through all your choices. I want to hear all of them.
Has a little hiccup. They're going to move it in a sec.
All right, here you go. Push it down lower. Or push it on.
There he goes.
Stop. Keep on going. Wow, that's a bunch so far. Keep on going. That's a good bit. Good. Thank you. Oh.
There you go. Two-step scanning is really nice because it gives the communicator a lot more independence and choice. It's also a little faster and it's a little less to navigate through. Instead of trying to time your head precisely with the computer, you can kind of make it work for you a little bit better. And then there is partner-assisted scanning. So it's when an adult or a communication partner reads choices out loud, and the partner will either indicate yes or no. So you'll see a video of me and my colleague doing this. All right, it's filming. Okay, so I'm going to be the scanner, and Miss Troiki is going to be my partner. And I'm going to try to scan to the word done. So first thing you start off when you're modeling is you go, ooh, I want to scan.
Yes, Miss Crystal. You want to scan? Okay. Quick word.
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
More.
No.
Done.
Yes.
You are done with this activity?
I'm done. I'm out of here. Yes, and if you can tell in my example, I used spoken word to indicate my choice yes or no, but there are tons of different ways that a communicator might indicate yes or no. I've had students kind of tilt their head like this for no, and then smile for yes, blinking, lots of different things. So there's tons of ways to get that response out. Another thing that's really important about partner-assisted scanning before we move on is that the person who is presenting the choices needs to be very robotic and not kind of guide the person to the choice that they might think is the right choice. You really want it to be authentic and from the person themselves. I already saw that. One final bit about scanning is that you have a lot of different types of input. So, I found a typo. I'll fix it. 2 typos. Look at that. They're fixed. Okay. So you can scan using only pictures. You can scan using only auditory. That's what I did in the last example when I was the scanner. And then you can scan using both visual and auditory feedback. Most children who use scanning probably will benefit from having both the visual and the auditory component, but just good to know about all the different ways you can do it. So why would we use scanning at all? Scanning is really good because for some people, honestly, it's the only way they can effectively communicate. Either they have such severe motor limitations that direct access in any form with their eyes, with their hands, any way just isn't possible for them. And it can be really flexible. So there's so many ways to modify it, as you could see it just from those 3 examples, that it can be really flexible. The drawbacks to scanning is that it takes a lot of memory and attention, and that it is also a lot slower than direct selection. So it should really only be used after you've explored other options, but it is a great option and it is good to know about. This is some information from Linda Burkhart. She is kind of the queen of 2-step scanning, and this is her kind of philosophy and her steps to teach. So keep an eye out on that. Here's her website if you want to check that out. And for all of you teachers out there, use scanning during all activities or have a para-model using scanning, just like any other AAC. Have students use the system to make choices during class and express their thoughts. And be patient. It takes a long time. It really does. As you can tell, it's really involved, and generally people who need scanning have a lot of things making it harder to use any kind of computer system. So take heart. Everyone can get better at doing this. So if you want more info about scanning, I sent the link here, and I'll put these slides up with it. But this is a really good basic information about all the different types of scanning. So I hope this helped. Thanks. Bye.